in his 19 victories. Pedroza with the last moment prayer in his corner, and we are underway. Emil Griffith working the corner of the challenger Laporte with manager Albert, trainer Carlos Espada, Santiago Del Rio, the manager of the champion. He's trained by Lionel Hoyt. And we are underway, scheduled for 15 rounds. The challenger in red trunks with white trim, the champion, now circling to the left of your screen, and also red trunks, although they're almost an orange shade of red.
Gil, this is going to be the most dangerous round for Pedroza because he's not warmed up. If Laporte can get a good right hand shot in early, we might have a tremendous surprise.
Well, right now, Laporte is just trying to size him up. It may have been a good idea, Ange, for him to come out winging. That's what Frias did against Noel. Caught him by surprise and took over in the first round and won the championship.
Art Frias will defend his title for the first time next Saturday on CBS Sports Saturday against a former champion, Ernesto España, the WBA lightweight championship. 3 judges will do the scoring on the 10-point must system, the WBA rules. There is no the 3 knockdown rule is in effect here in this fight. Mandatory 8 count. 20-foot ring here in Atlantic City.
There was also controversy over the gloves. One of the fighters wanted the Everlast, and the other fighter wanted the Reyes. And the Reyes gloves do favor the puncher, but I see they have the Everlast gloves in there, so that should be an advantage to Pedroza, the boxer.
With Angelo Dundee, Gil Clancy, we are live with this WBA Featherweight Championship.
Gil, I think the guy in the red trunks is going to win.
Good, Ange.
The challenger in the red trunks has white trim. The champion, the taller man in the ring, Eusebio Pedroza.
You know, Ange, I also noticed that Pedroza does the same thing you did. He's 28, he claims to be 25. You keep claiming to be 59.
I never squeal, I never read about my age. But I'll tell you about Pedroza, I'm really impressed the way he's turning this guy around. Laporte, he's looking to conserve himself, not to load up early. I hope he was loading up for his own sake.
We're in the first round, under a minute to go, scheduled for 15.
Well, Ange, if I had been in Laporte's corner, I would have had him come out a lot stronger in the first round also. Once these old veterans get you moving away, they want to move you, you have a problem. You've got to take them off their fight, off their form.
Right hand lead landed.
Now we should follow it up. Now we should be right back on him. Don't stand there and look at him after you nail him. And he did.
Another right hand scored from the challenger. Laporte has a lot of support here in Atlantic City today. A lot of New Yorkers coming down for the fight. 20 seconds to go, round 1. Another right hand score. Laporte finishing with a flurry here in this first round. Heaviest punches thrown by the challenger. Round number 2, the WBA Featherweight Championship. The champion on the left of your screen circling to the top now, Eusebio Pedroza. The challenger, Juan Laporte, who finished round 1 with a flurry and landed the heavier punches in that round, although Pedroza was controlling him early.
Going on in the corners of both guys here. The corners in Laporte's corner only had 3 seconds in the champion's corner. So they're creating a lot of stuff outside the ring, which is trying to be helpful for both fighters.
Well, according to the rules, they can only have 3 people in the corner, 2 on the apron, 1 inside the ring between rounds. So we'll be watching to see if that is something that does occur or whether they take advantage of having extra people in the corner. There is quite an entourage with the champion Pedroza. Round 2 scheduled for 15. Live from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Our second fight in 2 days here on CBS, and all part today, of course, of our Super Bowl Sunday programming. Right hand lead landed from the challenger Laporte. But Pedroza bangs right back. Another right land. Laporte with a right hand that staggered the champion. Laporte throwing him from all angles here in round 2.
Well, we know he can punch. And he staggered Pedroza. Somebody's bleeding. There's blood on Laporte's shoulder.
Juan Laporte, who gave Salvador Sanchez difficult fight, said he learned from it and would be the new WBA champion today.
A little wild now, Tim.
A little wild. Round 2. Angie, it doesn't look to me like Pedroza has really gathered himself back from that assault yet. Hasn't been able to land anything.
Not yet, but he's trying to lead the guy into traps. He's a very smart, cunning guy in there, pulling away from punches by just a little shade. He didn't pull it far enough from that right hand, though.
Laporte complaining about a low blow, and Jutra, the referee, agreed with him.
Second time this round that Pedroza's been warned for a low blow.
20 seconds left in round 2. Good left hand from the challenger. Pedroza blocked that last flurry well. Final seconds, round 2. Concerned in Pedroza's corner.
Well, like I said, the corner is more concerned than Pedroza.
Laporte has the champion in trouble. Juan Laporte has Pedroza in trouble, staggering him.
Pedroza hit him a terribly low blow.
Juan Laporte knocking the champion back into the ropes in the opening flurry of round 3.
By that, I meant Pedroza was getting salts under his nose and was disturbed. They were using smelling salts.
He didn't want them, but his manager, Del Rio, gave him plenty in between rounds 2 and 3. Pedroza kept shaking it off, but Del Rio was concerned about his champion. And he should be more so now after this opening assault by Laporte in round 3. Right to the chest, backed up the champion again.
What can happen to a young fighter like Laporte now is he can start going right hand crazy. He should go back, snap that jab, and then throw the combinations again.
Pedroza has recovered well from that early assault. An experienced champion, his 14th title offense. Only Alexis Arguello of the active champions has had that many.
Both guys are having trouble with their footing for some reason. I can't understand. They're both wearing rubber-soled shoes, but they're tripping. And I'm concerned about the way they're grabbing onto the canvas.
See what I mean? Now Laporte's starting to go right hand crazy. Not necessary. He's already showed him the right hand. Now he should show him the other one.
Champion that time. He picked it up.
And again, Pedroza only came in here 2 days before the fight. Do you think that should bother him?
Oh, definitely. That jet lag hurt anybody.
Big right hand landed again. Go ahead, Gil.
Well, that really should bother a fight. He comes in 2 days before the fight. He doesn't have a chance to get used to the climate or anything else. I've never seen a fighter that traveled any distance that was good even in the gymnasium the first couple of days.
Well, although Mancini came in
he amazed
his fight.
He amazed me. I thought that would be a handicap to him.
Final seconds of round 3. Number 4, with a point having been taken away from the champion Pedroza for hitting Laporte after the bell. He got in a couple of good licks. Plus, he had been warned twice for low blows during that round. So it was costly, the fouling by the champion Pedroza, who was clearly rattled near the end of that 3rd round. The challenger at the top of your screen in the red trunks with white trim, the champion Pedroza in the foreground.
Laporte definitely has gotten Pedroza's attention because Pedroza looks a lot better to me now. He seems to have come out of it, got himself together pretty good.
Another low blow by the champion Pedroza.
Well, I thought in the Lockridge fight he was warned 5 or 6 times and the referee never took a point away from him for a low blow.
They're toe-to-toe in the neutral corner, and the champion just landed a big right uppercut.
This reminds me of the Lockridge fight. Pedroza shouldn't be doing that with this kid because he's the heavier puncher. Laporte, it's definitely dangerous to trade with Laporte.
Right. Pedroza is slapping. He's throwing arm punches. Look at what he's doing now.
Getting another warning from the referee, Jutra. The Panamanian champion, now Laporte grabs onto his arms, and he gets a warning for holding. We got a real brawl going here. Very determined look on the champion's face. As you said, Gil, I think Laporte got his attention early in this fight.
Another low blow. I mean, he's really south of the border edge.
Oh, no, he hit him on the kneecap that last one.
And another low blow. Referee was out of position, didn't see that one.
Pedroza banging to the body now with Laporte immobile on those far ropes. And Pedroza just banging away at will. The champion in control here in the fourth round. Under a minute to go. I tell you, he's used everything. Forearms, elbows, low blows.
Very intelligent fighter, Tim.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, very good, Hans. Yeah. He read the book on how to break the rules. Well, you know what Mancini said, no more Mr. Nice Guy. That's what Laporte has to learn.
30 seconds to go, but the champion has definitely turned it around after the last round went to Laporte.
Gil, I always tell my fighters, give what you receive it, and that's what the other kids should be doing.
15 seconds left in round 4. This has just turned into a pure sixer. Marcus of Queensbury is not looking over this one too closely. Final seconds, fourth round. Now we won. Number 5, we had as much activity at the end of round 4 between rounds as we had during the round, with both fighters going at it after the bell. All the handlers got into the ring, commission officials, and we have got a war on our hands here.
Laporte is losing his cool, though. The other guy, maybe on purpose, was doing all these things because Laporte was getting to him, but now he's got Laporte angry, which is not a good way to be when you're in that ring. You got to control yourself.
Laporte, the challenger, at the top of your screen, now circling to the left of champion Pedroza. Tim Ryan with Gil Clancy and Angelo Dundee. And there is some true venom in that ring at this moment. I don't recall seeing two fighters in recent times who are so genuinely hostile toward each other. Well beyond the limits of sportsmanship. Keep his cool. That's the point Gil Clancy's just raised. Pedroza, of course, much more experience. His 14th title defense. He has been the prime instigate, hitting after the bell and fouling low. He's already had 1 point taken away.
Pedroza's got that sneak way of sneaking away from punches and just makes a miss by a whisker. A dangerous maneuver, but Laporte's gone for it. He's getting countered right uppercuts.
Well, when you throw a punch at Pedroza, he pulls that head back, so the thing to do is feint to the head and go to the body. Laporte is looking to load up on big punches, and
well, as he is a big puncher, Gil, I mean, he can't get away from him. He's trying to get lucky with one shot. He did have the guy hurt, so maybe it was his undoing that it did hurt him early.
Right hand landed from the champion. Right to the cheekbone of Laporte. Under a minute to go. What a day of action we've got for you on this Super Bowl Sunday. It'll be Cincinnati and San Francisco coming up from Pontiac, Michigan later this afternoon. And this is the WBA Featherweight Championship live from Atlantic City. And it has been a war into this fifth round, with the champion being wobbled in round 2 by the challenger Laporte. Coming back to win round number 4 handily. I also gave him the intermission period, too, between rounds. I scored that for Pedroza, Angelo.
No, I thought Laporte won that, really.
You know, all Laporte did was cap him on the rear end, and he came back with a pretty good counter. So I would give it to Pedroza.
Final seconds of round number 5. The WBA Featherweight Championship, we've got a very close fight as we view it going into this 6th round. The challenger at the top of your screen, Juan Laporte. The champion is there now, Pedroza. Angelo Dundee, Gil Clancy, and Tim Ryan live ringside of this championship bout. I'd like to remind our local stations along the line we'll have a 30-second station break at the end of this round.
Laporte is to concentrate on the body, and that's what he's doing this round.
He joined us along the way. He had the champion in trouble in round 2. Pedroza has come back well. The champion had a point taken away for hitting after the bell at the end of round 3.
The odds of this fight, Tim, is that the champion should be doing better in the middle of the ring. Laporte's doing better. When they're in the clinches, the champion takes charge. Pedroza up, Tim. That was the best right-hand shot I've seen thrown in a lot of years. Right on a button, right in the middle of the ring.
Well, he showed he can take a punch. This is going to be a tough job for the slugging Juan Laporte to put the champion away.
It's also a discouraging factor. You hit your guy with your best Sunday shot, and the guy don't go down, take a lot out of you.
That's right, Ange. In the corner, I used to tell my guy, just do it again and keep doing it again. Don't let it discourage you.
Laporte just missed with the right hand, raised him with the left. Final seconds of round number 6. We've got a serious battle going here in Atlantic City. Oh! Now he gives him a little tap, and that brings the champion back, throwing punches, and the referee had to stop them twice. That was back at the end of round 4. We're now into round number 7. It was a big round for the challenger Laporte in round 6.
Laporte has found a combination. He jabs to the body and throws right hands on the chin, and it's been very successful for him.
Champion Pedroza counterpunching with a right hand to the body. Some of them have landed low. I'd like to alert our stations along the way. We'll have another 30-second station break at the end of this round, number 7.
Gil, I know one thing Laporte will learn from this fight. Whatever happens, protect yourself at all times. This champion takes advantage of every little trick in there.
Yes, he does.
Referee Jutra just warned him for using his forearm on Laporte. The referee is earning his money in this fight.
Well, is there any part of his body that he hasn't used yet? We've seen the low blows, we've seen the elbows.
Again, the warning.
He hasn't thrown a left knee.
And you just said protect yourself at all times. Laporte was just walking away. The guy could have hit him on the chin and got him out of there.
That's right.
Laporte just missed with that right hand.
He's been bothered by those low blows, I can see that.
Champion's hanging effectively to the body now.
surprised that Laporte is letting this guy punch without punching back. You have to punch back.
Laporte looks very tired to me at this point.
You're right, Tim. He's hurt. The kidney shots, body shots are really hurting.
Under a minute to go, round 7.
The funny thing, it looks like Pedroza is an arm puncher, but they must be powerful punches.
23 knockdowns and 32 victories. Good right hand by Laporte and a left. And Laporte fighting furiously here. The champion goes toe-to-toe with him. What a fight. Pedroza continues to bang well to the body. Under 30 seconds to go, round 7. Laporte just resting over there against the ropes and taking a lot of punishment. Right hand got through from the champion. Coming to the end of round 7. Big round for Pedroza. That is the champion, Pedroza. It is a close fight as we see it now. The champion had a point taken away in the 3rd round for hitting after the bell. The challenger on the right of your screen, the champion on the left.
Laporte seems to have run out of gas a little bit, Tim. It's about time for him to start getting, if he's in condition, he should get that 2nd win, but he's a little tired right now.
Gil, that nosebleed's going to bother him. Right now, it's really bothering him because he must have hurt his nose really badly because he's bleeding profusely. And it's not just a nosebleed. I think it's something broken in his nose, Gil.
Pedroza had a big round in number 7.
He's showing Pedroza a lot of respect now.
Juan Laporte went 15 with Salvador Sanchez, the WBC featherweight champion.
Tim, Emil Griffith, I'll tell you, he's been doing such a great job in that corner. Bothering that referee, tell him stop him from hitting my guy in the corner like after the bell rings. He's been trying to do everything he can for Laporte. He's doing a great job. I think he's going to be a great trainer.
Sanchez worked with some good fighters. You know, he won that welterweight championship for Benitez when he trained for the Palomino fight. He is a good trainer, Emil.
Right hand lead from the challenger with the ear of Pedroza. Pedroza continues to do well to the body. Definitely looks to be the stronger of the two at this stage of the fight. Another low blow. And Laporte very upset. Pedroza made no attempt to apologize for any of these. So far, he's been warned several times. No points have been taken away.
You know, he's not on the borderline. I mean, he's really low.
I tell you, Gil, the referee already pointed to the officials to take away a point to the judges.
On this last one, Angelo?
Yes, he just did it.
Well, we'll check that at the end of the round to see if indeed that's what happens. He's taken a point away for hitting after the bell earlier. Under a minute to go in round 8.
Pedroza is putting plenty of pressure on Laporte. Laporte now is making him work all the time.
It's a pretty bad cut, and all they put on it was Vaseline. Complete confusion in the corner. The kid's all by himself, the champion. He even had to put his own mouthpiece in the round before.
Let me tell you something else about the cut. We mentioned that Laporte was tired, but once a fighter sees that he's cut another fight, that's like doing 10 miles of road work. It pumps him right up.
It looked like the cut came as they bumped heads. Can't say whether it was deliberate or not, but they were in close together, and when they broke apart, there was blood from the corner of the left eye of the champion, Pedroza.
Definitely an unintentional butt. It happened right above us. They just whacked heads together. Neither one try to butt each other.
And remember, 2 points have been taken away from Pedroza for fouls. A war of attrition for this WBA featherweight crown. Pedroza trying to defend successfully for the 14th time in his career. 22-year-old Juan Laporte, born in Guayama, Puerto Rico, now living in New York, moved to New York as a child at the age of 8. Pedroza's from Panama.
Pedroza's jab is very effective this round. He's just relaxing, moving around the ring and snapping Laporte's head back with a jab. Laporte has to mount an attack.
Right hand lead, left to the body, a combination is favored. Another combination backs up the champion momentarily, but good jabbing continues from Pedroza. Under a minute to go, we're in the 9th round.
Laporte starting to use a left jab, but he finds out he can hit him with that right hand off the jab.
Coming to the end of round number 9. Round number 10, and as Angelo Dundee pointed out, Pedroza having to put his own mouthpiece in again. Laporte on the attack here.
The reason being, Tim, they put it in backwards in the corner.
But as you mentioned that they were only using Vaseline on Pedroza's eye, I believe they have some other substance, because whatever they've used, it's really held up. It hasn't bled again since.
You know, the round before, they just used Vaseline, Gil. This round, they use a substance. I don't know what it is.
We're in the 10th round. The challenger at the top of your screen, the champion in the foreground, now on the left.
Whatever that substance is, Gil, I'm going to get some.
That's right. Close fight as we see it, gentlemen, and with the 2 points taken away from Pedroza, on our scorecard, Laporte would have a slight lead through 9.
I'll tell you, Tim, I stopped trying to be a judge a long time ago.
Laporte's corner told him to get away from the ropes, get away from the ropes. That's when Pedroza's been very, very effective. Anytime he's back Laporte into the ropes. Now Laporte just got away with a backhand shot when he missed that right hand.
Good right hand shot from the champion, Pedroza.
Hold it, break. Watch it, watch it. Hold it. Too much.
Champion bouncing, looking fresh here in the 10th round, at least trying to appear that way.
In the eye, Tom. Punch! Punch!
He doesn't look like it, but he's putting a lot of pressure on Laporte. He's keeping him working, keeping him busy all the time. He's always has Laporte within punching range.
Laporte, for the first time, showed me he's starting to get real tired, Gil, because he was holding. Something he hasn't done the whole fight.
Little blood coming from that cut. Also from the nose of Laporte. Again, another warning from Guy Jutra, the Canadian referee. Under a minute to go, round 10.
Pedroza's picking up the pace. Really picking up the pace.
He's playing cat and mouse, Gil. That's what he's doing. In, outside to side. This is Pedroza, the way he can fight.
Well, when he does that, you have to move your hands. That's what you have to do. Laporte's trying to figure him out instead of punching. He punched that time.
He is tired, the other guy's fresh. Pedroza looking very strong here in the final seconds of round 10. Well, Pedroza corner, slow to get the champion out there for round number 11. But he has had 2 strong rounds through 9 and 10.
Well, if there's any advantages, it now belong to Pedroza. He's gone this championship distance 14 times, and Laporte has only tried it once. But sometimes youth will be served. Let's see what happens.
Tim Ryan with Gil Clancy and Angelo Dundee at the Theater of the Sands Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Live telecast on the Super Bowl Sunday, the WBA Featherweight Championship bout.
If one thing that's been taken away from Pedroza is those body punches. He's a great body puncher, but now he's a little leery because he knows he's losing points. You know, the referee's taking points away from him.
He's lost 2 points thus far, once for hitting after the bell, once for low blows. There's plenty of spring in his legs. He looks very fresh here in the 11th round. Joined us along the way, the challenger Laporte has Pedroza in trouble in round number 2. Neither fighter has been down, however.
It's that kind of a fight. One little break can win it for either guy. It's that type of a fight. It's a very intriguing fight for me. I'm enjoying the heck out of it.
Laporte has become the boxer. He's moving side to side, moving his head. And Pedroza is just pumping that jab out there.
Under a minute to go, round 11. Win that he must be able to have in a 15-round fight. Under 30 seconds to go, round 11. We have not had a knockdown, but we've had about everything else that happens in a boxing match. Approaching the end of this 11th round. With a flurry.
There's no problem with the cut right now. They stopped the bleeding completely. I think maybe they are using something a little tougher than Adrenaline 1000, but the bleeding is completely stopped.
Round number 12, scheduled for 15, the champion Pedroza. Now on the left of your screen, getting a stern challenge from young Juan Laporte from New York. Close fight as we see it, but the judges may, of course, have it differently, one way or the other.
Laporte keeps looking into his corner when they shout instructions. That is a mistake. You have to give them between rounds, and then the fight has to go out and concentrate on who's got in front of him.
Strong start by Pedroza here in the 12th round.
He's letting Pedroza pull him. He's letting Pedroza pull him inside. Laporte knows how to fight inside, but somehow maybe they told him he shouldn't fight or stay out of inside, and it's taking his confidence away. The other guy can throw 8, 9 punches without a return. He has to punch with him inside.
Over the last 3 rounds, Pedroza has been the stronger of the two, no question about it.
You can count the punches that Pedroza throws without a return. He's being bothered by those right hands to the side, and that seems very strange to me. Has been all fight.
May have a bad rib, Gil. You don't know. I mean, may have got a bad rib.
That's a very good point, Dan. So anytime he gets hit with that right hand to the side, it hurts him.
Another low blow warning given by Jutra, the referee, to the champion Pedroza.
Maybe Laporte should do as you said, and give back what he's been receiving. You know, I wouldn't mind my fighter losing a point if he got away with 20 low blows, would you?
Oh, no, I wouldn't mind at all. That's why I think Laporte should definitely go and do his own little thing in there. I don't justify that, Gil, but the other guy's fighting a dirty fight.
I used to tell my fighters, if the guy hits you low, that means his hand is down, hit him on the chin. But when there's so many, when it's so, you have to do something.
Under a minute to go, round 12. Well, Pedroza showing plenty of stamina, championship strength and ability, but not a great deal in the sportsmanship department. There's a forearm and elbow again from Pedroza, backing up Laporte. Final seconds, round 12. Another big round for the champion. And having a discussion with Emil Griffin and his handlers, Carlos Espada, manager Howard Albert. Round 13 upcoming.
Laporte came out of his corner very slow, putting his own mouthpiece in that round. If I was in Laporte's corner, I'd say, Juan, your whole life is in front of you. You've got to back this guy up for 3 rounds. It's all there for him now. He has to do it.
He has not backed up the champion really over the last 4 rounds with any consistency after doing well early in the fight.
Well, I admire Laporte, the great shape he's in, the fight he's given the champion. After all, he's in there one of the best guys in there. And to me, he's the smartest individual I've ever seen. Laporte's going to be a better fighter with this fight. He's smarter now. He's boxing a little better. And he's stalling for time in the clincher.
And he doesn't want to be a better fighter when he comes out. He wants to be a champion when he comes out. Now's the chance. He's got his opportunity right now.
Fight's not over, Gil.
I know.
Round 13. Good right hand by Laporte. Left hand back up the champion. Right hand landed. Right uppercut. Right hand of the year by Laporte. Pedroza stays there with him. Wild right miss.
That has to bring Laporte's confidence back up again. He was like in a little bit of a fog for a couple of rounds. He knows he can still hurt the guy now.
Must have heard me, Gil.
Oh, that's right, Ian. There's so much mental in boxing. If you want to do it, a lot of times you can do it.
That right hand just missed. Then Laporte. Now the champion landing inside.
Tim, the champion's looking for a knockout right now.
He has thrown a ton of punches, Pedroza, whereas Laporte has fought only in flurries since the early going. Pedroza has not let up. There's the
Just
elbow.
gave him the shoulder that time.
Gets a warning from Jutra.
He's in there to win, Pedroza. That's what he's supposed to do. He's in there to fight.
Right hand landed from Laporte. Pedroza continues to bang away at the body. Under 30 seconds to go, round 14. A war of attrition from the opening bell. Coming to the end of the 13th round. Neither fighter has been down. That was somewhat amazing. The way it's been going. WBA featherweight crown, of course, later today, Cincinnati and San Francisco for the Super Bowl. Round number 14. In my judgment, Angelo and Gil, I've got the champion having assumed control here, but those points taken away, of course, could figure in a close decision. To me, though, Laporte's got to make it happen in the last 2 rounds.
Well, again, Tim, if I was in his corner, I'd say, kid, you have 6 minutes. 6 minutes to change your life. Grit your teeth and give it everything you've got for 6 minutes. This isn't the time to box and outthink the other guy. Now you got to really want it.
Break.
Referee Guy Jutron has not been in the scoring, except that he has taken 2 points away from Pedroza for foul. 3 judges at ringside. 1 from Venezuela, 1 from Mexico, 1 from Denmark.
There went the Pedroza elbow again. He does that beautifully.
Crowd chanting, Tony, 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 which is a nickname of Juan Laporte. So these are his partisan fans down from New York, here in Atlantic City.
Next time that the referee breaks them, watch Pedroza. He's very smart. He doesn't take the step back. Gives him a big advantage. Now watch when the referee breaks him. He'll be right back there again.
Pedroza has lost only 3 times in 35 professional bouts. Juan Laporte has lost twice in 21. Ranked number 1 in the world by the WBA and the WBC.
Yeah, Juan Laporte's trying to, stall for time because he's holding this guy pretty good right now. And I don't blame him. Might be holding him also. But this guy really hurts you downstairs.
Well, of course, Gil says you can't stall for time. Gonna let it hang out here. Trying to take the title away. Pedroza has just been non-stop puncher throughout this fight.
Laporte has to get him a little leverage so he can throw those bombs of his in there. This guy's staying right on top of him and slapping him all over the place.
Getting
about the elbow again.
Champion has not covered himself with glory in terms of being sportsmanlike in this bout.
Well, they could write a book about what not to do in boxing.
Well, he's also doing what you have to do, and that's throw a lot of punches and land them.
A flagrant elbow by Pedroza. Laporte was through a beautiful combination. Pedroza came back with a beautiful elbow. And the referee warned him again. How many points? How many times are we going to warn him?
The bell has sounded, ending this 14th round. Right now, let's go to Pontiac, Michigan, and Brent Musburger. All right, we are back in Atlantic City, New Jersey for the final round. Another point has been taken away from the champion Pedroza for using his elbow in round 14.
I saw a touching scene in Laporte's corner. He grabbed a hold of Emil Griffith and he just gave him a big hug. I think you're going to see this kid give it everything he's got this round.
He's got to throw punches for 3 minutes. Can't look for that one. Pedroza's been the man throwing most of the punches, really from the beginning of the fight. There's a right hand from the challenger, Laporte.
Tim, I agree with you 100%. He has to be busy for 3 minutes.
Another right hand by Laporte.
He has to punch.
It just hurt Pedroza with a good right hand.
See? Watch Pedroza. He doesn't want to break. The referee had to really push him. Smart Pedroza. Very smart. Here he comes again.
We've seen all of the skills a boxer can have displayed by the champion Pedroza, including some of those not in the rule book. If he had a kitchen sink with him, I think he would be using that as well. But it's not to take anything away from his skills as a boxer, because he has been the busier guy. He's in incredible shape, trying to defend his title for the 14th time.
I don't know if Laporte has anything left, but he should be coming at this guy. Instead, the guy's coming at him.
Referee just came in and warned Laporte about holding. I thought he was going to warn the champion for hitting him with the elbow again, which he did. There he did it again. Again.
Pedroza just sets up his punches, leading with that elbow, throws a right hand behind it. But Laporte's got to get out of there if he's going to do anything in these final minutes. The champion has definitely finished much more strongly since about round 9 as we did, at least as I feel. Under a minute to go in this championship fight. Another forearm.
Right shoulder smashed. Left shoulder smashed.
Look, he wants to walk out the winner, Pedroza. He's fighting.
He is
I'd
indeed.
like to see Laporte chasing him and roughing him up a little bit.
I'm not sure he can. I think the champion is just physically in better shape. Got more left. Laporte has been gaining, but not effective in these late rounds when he's had to be. We're under 30 seconds to go. Pedroza still throwing punches. Not let up. Coming to the end. There will not be a knockout. And that's it. It's all over. The Laporte corner acting like they won it with the points off the champion and the points of view of the judges. Who knows? But I would have to think that it was unlikely the way that Pedroza finished in this fight in the last 4 or 5 rounds. Gil?
It's a funny thing, the Pedroza people are acting as if they lost it. There's no jubilation. He walked over, he has his head down, they're very quiet.
Well, they've been here 13 times before. Maybe they just expect it, but they also know they've been giving up points on fouls. So obviously, as usual, it'll be the judgment of the 3 judges at ringside that will truly determine this, but I would be a little bit surprised, except for the show effect, that the Laporte people would feel that they had won the fight, because I really don't think he was terribly effective from about the 8th round on.
Very tough fight to figure out, very tough fight to score. Taking away of points, Tim, is going to have a lot
Yes,
to do
indeed.
with this fight.
Absolutely, no question about it. And that could swing it in favor of Laporte, and he'll have the decision shortly. There is the champion, Eusebio Pedroza. One thing you must say about this young man is that he was in superb physical condition. The last 3 or 4 rounds, gentlemen, he fought non-stop, throwing punches and everything else, but he kept throwing them from bell to bell.
Yes, he did. He finished the stronger of the 2 naturally. It showed from the 9th round on.
Now we're awaiting the official decision here on the part of the WBA appointed officials. And then, of course, we'll be going right to Pontiac, Michigan, because ahead today, as if anybody looking in doesn't know, it is Super Bowl Sunday. The Bengals and the 49ers, indoor football from Pontiac.
I noticed that Rodrigo Sanchez and all the other commissioners are sitting down together jointly, Mendoza and Bobby Lee, and they're checking the score.
All right, Bobby Lee is a member of the WBA and the head of the New Jersey Commission under Joe Walcott. Humberto Mendoza from Venezuela is the official WBA representative here today. And the judges are Ove Ovesen from Denmark, Fernando Vizo from Venezuela, and Marco Antonio Rodriguez from Mexico. Take a guess, gentlemen. What do you think they're going to call here? Gil?
Angelo?
Bill?
Just a guess. It's just a guess, fellas.
Well, I feel that the 3 points that they took away from Pedroza may swing it. Let's say that, for example, Pedroza won the fight 8-6-1. That means he lost it.
Okay, Angie?
Mendoza won the fight, retains his title.
Pedroza. Yeah, okay. Well, there's Angie thinks they're going to go to Pedroza, and Gil thinks they may swing it to Laporte on the fouls. What do you like in the Super Bowl?
You know who I like in the Super Bowl, Ryan.
Well, that's true. I have to report that Gil likes the Bengals. How about you? You're a football fan.
What's the name of the quarterback? Montana?
You like those Italian quarterbacks. That's what you're saying. Okay. Ed Darian has the official decision. Here it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Sands Hotel Casino here in Atlantic City, the scoring as follows. Judge Rodriguez scores it 145 Pedroza, 143 Laporte. Judge Vizo of Venezuela scoring it 144 Pedroza, 141 Laporte.
Pedroza has retained his title.
Judge Ulsen of Denmark scoring it 144 Pedroza, 142 Laporte. The winner by unanimous decision.
Unanimous decision for Eusebio Pedroza. And speaking for Gil Clancy and Angelo Dundee, we say good afternoon from Atlantic City and take you to Brent Musburger.
WBC.